to my channel. So I'm gonna be doing a chit chat get ready with me video. If you guys wanna see how I achieve this makeup look that I'm about to do, then just keep on watching. So I already did my brows off camera because that's kind of like routine. You guys already seen it. If you haven't, I have a video of how I groom and fill in my eyebrows. You guys can go check it out. I'm gonna moisturize my skin with the e.l.f. Hydrating Moisturizer. And I'm just gonna massage that into the skin. You guys might hear some worship music in the background. I'm just listening to my worship playlist. It keeps me sane, especially during this quarantine. It's actually my 3rd week of being home. And the first week was very hard. The first week was super stressful. I'm just gonna put this on. Alright. The first week was super stressful because there was no routine. Like the schools just shut down out of nowhere, and there just wasn't any routine. My kids were home and I had to become a teacher overnight. I had to stop working, you know, and it was just, everything was all over the place. It's like life took a whole 360 overnight. I'm gonna set my face with the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. I feel like this it's like a game changer. It changes everything. It like makes your skin so nice and like luminous right before applying all that makeup. I like to apply it before and after. Alright, so I primed one eye. I'm gonna do the second eye, and I'm using my favorite at the moment, which is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. And I'm using it in the shade Light Beige to prime my eyelids for some eyeshadow. Alright, now that we primed the eyelids, I'm going to set it with some translucent powder. And I'm just going to pat that in. But yeah, you guys, the second week, started getting more into routine of things. Kids started online learning. So their teachers are actually online with them from like 8 to like 1. So that gives me more of a routine. While they're doing that, I get to do more things around the house. But versus when there was no online learning, we were all over the place. Like, I give it to all the teachers. You know, you guys are amazing. Thank you for teaching our children. Thank you for putting up and having patience with them, because they are a lot of work, and like just trying to get their attention, or you know, it's really it's a real hard job, and I don't think teachers get enough credit for everything they do. So I'm going to be using the James Charles palette. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here. Use the Morphe M505 brush. And then I'm going to blend that into my crease. I've really been into a lot of worship music lately. It makes me feel at peace, knowing that God is in control of everything going on in the world. But when you're right with God, and when you laid all your fears on God, there's nothing to worry about. It makes me feel relaxed. I listen to it while I'm cooking, or I listen to a message while I'm cooking. I like to listen to Pastor Michael Todd or Elevation Church, and of course my pastor, Pastor Sergio from My Hope Center. All these messages that I listen to, it really helps me cope with everything that's going on in the world, and it makes me feel more relaxed instead of anxious, because we shouldn't be worrying about tomorrow, because tomorrow is never promised. We shouldn't be worried about all the stresses that tomorrow brings, but instead live in the moment. Enjoy the moments that you have at home right now with your loved ones. So now I'm going to go in with this color right here, and I'm going to put that on top of the shadow that we just put on our crease. I'm gonna get a darker shadow and apply it to the corners. I'm gonna go in with this color right here. The Morphe M521 brush. And then we're gonna kind of just softly tap that into our outer corners because you don't want it to go too high. Now we got this dark shade in our outer corners. I'm gonna take a flat brush like this, and I'm gonna get my concealer. You don't need much of it. I kind of just tap it on the spongy part, but not where there's the product, but just like where the excess is, and just apply it on. I'm gonna go back in with the brush that I applied powder with to set my eyelids, and I'm gonna tap it on the part where I just applied concealer. I'm gonna go in with this shimmery shade right here. I feel like you get more of the shadow pigment when you do it with your finger versus a brush. Like that. Okay. Then I'm gonna grab the Morphe M434 brush, and it's a flat fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go back into that shadow. I'm actually gonna spray it a little bit. Oh. And I'm gonna tap it in. Then you're gonna go back in with that same brush that you use for the crease colors without putting any more product, and just kind of like blending it over just so that it doesn't look harsh. So I'm gonna be using two concealers for my under eyes. I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Light Beige, and I'm gonna be using Juvia's Palace Concealer in the shade 16. Just under our eyes, a little bit under chin, forehead, and our nose. And I'll just put a little bit of the lighter one right on top. Then I'm gonna go in with L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the shade Cocoa. Make ourselves look slim. And we're gonna contour. Always start your contour at the top of your ear. That nose. Get rid of our double chins. Guys, I've been breaking out like crazy. And this is that I haven't worn any makeup. into that contour. Then I go in with my beauty blender and just blend it all in. And this is Maybelline Superstay foundation in the shade 312. And I just put it in the back of my hand. I'm just gonna tap that all over. This, I am gonna go in with my beauty blender and kind of just have it all in there. So now that the foundation is on, I can set that concealer, and I'm gonna go back in with my translucent powder using my wet beauty blender, and I'm just gonna set my under eye. I just want to set everywhere that you applied concealer and anywhere that you're oily. For me, it's definitely my T-zone. My chin. Okay. And while that is sitting there baking, I'm gonna bronze up my skin. I'm using the Kat Von D contour palette, which is my favorite, holy grail. You guys can see I already hit pan, but I mostly go into these two shades right here to bronze up. So I'm gonna do that with an angled brush like this. And then just make sure that it's really nice and blended. I'm gonna go in with Makeup Geek blush in the shade XOXO. Once my blush is on, I'm gonna go under it like that. And kind of set this area as well. Well, one, our cheek's gonna look this kind of gives us that like look, and it also sets our foundation right here. I don't brush my under eye off. I kind of pat that translucent powder into my skin. And I'm gonna be using a brush like this, like a round brush like this, and I'm just gonna pat that into my skin. And same with here. Just gonna kind of pat it in. So next I'm going to be applying highlighter, and I'm going to use Morphe's collaboration with Bretman Rock highlighter palette. And I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's called Mahu. And it's just like a very subtle highlight, which I like. And then I'm gonna use my fave, the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. And I'm just gonna bring back all the dewiness from all these powders we've been using. And it smells so good. It smells so good. Okay, I'm gonna do my liner and lashes off the camera and I'll be right back. Alright you guys, now that my lashes are on, we're gonna do my under eyes, and I'm gonna go back in with the James Charles palette, and I'm gonna use the same colors that I used on my crease. I'm gonna go in with that darkest shade first, and then I'm gonna put like an orangey or like a yellowish shadow right on top of that, just to kind of like neutralize it and bring it back down. The Maybelline Big Shot Colossal Mascara, and I'm just gonna apply that for my lower lashes. Alright you guys, so now I'm gonna finish by applying my lip liner, and I'm gonna use Morphe's lip liner in the shade Toasty. And I'm just gonna line my lips. I absolutely love Morphe's lip liners. Like, they're so creamy. Go in with Smashbox, and this is a gloss in the color Pout, and it's like a clear. I love that it gives like this like ombre effect, kind of. And to finish it all, we're gonna go back in with our Morphe setting spray. Holy grail, game changer, I'm trying to tell y'all. And it smells so good. It smells so good. What does it have? Infused with coconut water, apple extract. This hydrating spray sets your makeup and seals in moisture, leaving with a glowing finish. So if you are oily, you probably don't want this, but if you have dry or like combination skin, then this is the bomb. Alright you guys, so this is the finished look. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked my video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video.